So let us welcome our own Reverend Trent Blanchard. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome. I am absolutely, stop that. He's always trying to make me laugh, that Roger back there. And you know what? Laughter's a good thing, so I'll accept that. So I am absolutely thrilled to be here this evening. What an honor to be in this group of people. I'm so fortunate to be a part of this loving community and to see such wonderful energy and faces in the audience and all that great stuff. I am very excited to be here. Getting rid of stuff is my passion. As crazy as that sounds, I loved doing that when I was a kid. I know, it's crazy, right? I loved cleaning. I loved getting rid of stuff. I did not like clutter. And my mother, who was a pack rat, she wasn't really all that crazy about me doing those things. However, the beautiful thing about it is that I learned as an adult there was such power in that awareness. We know what we know when we're children. We do what we love to do. And that's hopefully a side note of the vacuum law of prosperity is, if you are in any block in your life and you want to know what to do, we resort back to doing something that you loved to do when you were a child. We did it without judgment. We just simply did it because of the love of doing that. So, because of my love of doing that, I was working in corporate America for many years. And then I got the universal boot. I was laid off from a company, which I'm very grateful for. Sometimes the things that we go through, which we think are the most horrendous things in the world, are really our biggest blessings. After I got the universal boot, I was no longer a title in corporate America. And what set in was, who am I? Who am I if I'm not a title? And I began the beautiful process of identifying who I am and what I'm here to do. It was joyful, it was painful, it was all those things. And I'm so grateful that I went through it. In that process, I identified what did I love to do, and I loved cleaning stuff. I'd go over a friend's house, and by the way, I'm the one that you want to invite over for dinner, because when you are cooking, I'm going through your cabinets, organizing them. Wow. I am the person that is making a list of the 10 cans of tuna that you have in 10 different places, and yet on your shopping list is the tuna. So I'm that person because I enjoy doing it. I love doing it, and I also would always find myself saying, "Do you really need this? Do you really need 50 Tupperware containers? Do you really need 10 saucers?" Right? Because, and of course, they don't even cook. That was the irony of it. And I would say, if you don't need this, let it go. If you don't need this, which no longer really serves you, let it go. Pass it on to someone else who it might very well serve better than yours. And it was a pattern. I just started realizing I was doing this a lot. People would say, you'd be really good at doing this. Why don't you start charging? And I honestly thought everyone was like that. When you do what you do, you think everyone's like that, and that wasn't the case, clearly, as I found out. I then became a professional organizer, and I did that for a couple of years in between my corporate career and my life coaching. And think about it, it makes sense, doesn't it?
Yes.
What I helped people do before I became a life coach was help people remove the stuff on the physical level that was no longer serving them. And I loved it. I literally would get high when I was doing it, and people were like, "Oh my God, look at him go," because I was in such joy, right? And they'd be like, "Dude, calm down. I need a breath, right?" And so I was helping them release that which no longer served them on the physical level, and it was a very sacred process, because what I realized was what we have on the physical level is very indicative of what's happening inside of us. What are we not wanting to let go? Internal clutter. Very interesting question to ask ourselves. And so I help people remove the physical stuff that got in the way. So when Linda calls me and says that Dr. Sharon wants me to talk on the vacuum law of prosperity, I was like, what in God's name is that? I was like, what is that? What does spirituality have to do with the Hoover company, vacuum company, right? I think Arlene Hoover, our other minister, should be talking about this. And we got a kick out of that, of course. Mm-hmm. Isn't it wonderful that we can laugh and have joy also while we're working our process? So I was so excited once I found out what it was.